So how do we increase your borrowing power? Tenants help us increase our borrowing power dramatically. They can increase our income. We can add partners and that type of thing. Increasing your income is kind of hard to do. Most people, if you could increase your income, you would have. Developing partners has its own set of challenges that come with that. The best option that we've found is adding tenants to the mix. So additional properties bring more expenses, but they bring increased income through rents. The rental income can be a direct offset to your mortgage expense. Why is this important? Rental income is almost twice as powerful as earned income in your ability to borrow in many instances, because the income on a property is used as a direct offset for that property. Where, remember the debt to income ratio? If I earn $1, I can spend 45 cents. Well, the income that comes into your property can be a direct offset to that, so it can be approximately twice as powerful as additional earned income. So let's use an example. Take a look at this little fourplex. There's 4 side-by-side townhomes with garages in this graphic, right? We look at the renting for $2,000 a month per unit. That's $8,000. If I added $8,000 a month to my income and used it in traditional underwriting standards, it would increase my purchasing power by $634,000. When I use it as a direct offset, it increases my purchasing power by over $1 million. That's the power of tenants. And there's really no other way that we know of to get to that. But when we include other people's money in the form of mortgages, other people's efforts in the form of tenants, and redistribution of underutilized resources in the form of refinancing, we start to get to the point where we have an actual viable solution to being financially independent in your lifetime. So let's do a quick example of using home equity to buy rental property. In this example, these people have a home that's worth $1,150,000. This is a real-world example from somebody that actually came to this presentation, by the way. They owed $529,000 on a 15-year loan. They were trying to pay it off quickly, like most everybody else. Their current payment for principal and interest was $4,322. The new financing plan that we did was 6% interest only at $920. The new payment was $46,000, but that got them $391,000 available in free cash and a cash-out refinance. The additional monthly cost was $278 a month. Their house payment went from $4,322 to $4,600. Easy for me to say, right? The additional cost was $278 a month, but that gave them access to $391,000. That was currently idle and making no money. With that $391,000, they used $375,000 of that as a down payment on a non-owner occupied 4-unit apartment building at $1.5 million. The principal and interest payment was $6,388. Taxes and insurance, $889. The new monthly payment on the fourplex was $7,277, and the current rents were $8,000 a month. Their projected initial cash flow is positive at $723 a month. Now let's take a look 5 years down the road. That $375,000 cash was used for the down payment on a $1.5 million 4-unit property. The reason we did it that way, it takes about 25 to 30% down to get to cash flow neutral or positive and cover those expenses. But they added $1.5 million in appreciating assets to their portfolio, plus 4 tenants, and $8,000 a month in rental income, and the opportunity cost was $278 a month. Now, if we looked at 5 years down the road, the primary residence value at a 9% appreciation level, which is about average in all of the major metropolitan areas that we work year in and year out for decades, by the way. The primary would be worth about 1.7. The 4-unit now worth about 2.3 for a total value of just over $4 million in appreciating assets. That's an average annual appreciation of $366,000 a year. What's the probability that you're going to save $366,000 a year? This is why people that invest in real estate typically get rich. Because if you can do that once, you can do that twice. Remember, we told you a client started with us right after college graduation, no special job, no special resources. Recently, their portfolio went up in value by $3 million in just 1 year. Started off with nothing. So, we've talked about using other people's money. We've talked about using other people's efforts through tenants. We've talked about repositioning underutilized resources like home equity or trapped equity in other properties. How most millionaires make their money is through investing in real estate. And these issues that we've been talking about are the ones that make it happen. Those are the functions that most people don't take advantage of. Not all people in real estate or lending know how to do this. We have done this for thousands of transactions. We can show you how to do it. We can coach you every step of the way. And we can help you build your dream real estate portfolio. Not only for yourself, but for generations to come if you structure it correctly. We've spent decades in teaching people how to do this, teaching our staff how to go through this process and help other people do it. And we're very, very excited about helping other people achieve true financial independence and freedom.